Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the As Seen on TV podcast for American Horror Story Hotel, which is Season 5 and Episode 6, Room 33. I'm your host, Mike, and joining me is the lovely Miss Nikki.
Hiyo.
Hiyo, and the lovely Miss Rachel.
Hello.
So this was another good episode. And, I mean, I liked last week's episode a lot. And I can reconfirm that because I watched it again today. And this week's episode was pretty damn good, too. I really love the character Liz Taylor.
Oh, definitely.
From the very first episode, and as soon as the first moment we saw Liz, I knew I was going to love that character.
The first bit of sass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The cape, or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
sold me.
Sold me, too. This episode was a bit odd. Lots and lots of blood, and lots of male butt, man butt.
Man butt.
So much man butt.
So much man butt. Like the scene when fuck, what the hell's his name? I still call him Dandy.
Tristan.
The scene with Tristan and Liz are, naked nasty. Like, when that scene started and you can't tell who it is, I'm like, alright, is this, like, guy on guy? Is there a girl in there? And then, like, it shows, Tristan's butt, and I'm like, I thought to myself,
I've seen that butt.
I've seen that butt before. That could be a man or a woman's butt. I can't tell.
You saw that butt in Freak Show.
We saw that butt in Freak Show. Didn't want to, but we did. So yeah, that's a scene we'll get to in a bit. This episode started, though, in 1926 with the Countess visiting somewhere familiar to American Horror Story fans.
I didn't watch it, but I know what it was.
Oh, you know what it was?
Yeah.
It was the frickin' murder house.
The frickin' murder house. Yeah, she goes there to seek a consult from a Mr. Charles Montgomery, who was the doctor who originally owned the murder house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, interesting. She's pregnant, which, as far as we know, was she a vampire at this time, right?
Yes.
Already?
She said she was born. We don't know, actually. We don't know the way the term born is used in her sense. Like, was she born in 1904, or was she born a vampire in 1904? Like, she turned. But, like, this is...
I don't know. It always sounds like she was born in 1904, and she was probably turned sometime later in between there. So she's around 20-some years old right now.
Okay, so
Give or take.
It would make sense if she is.
Right, I just read something. It says that we know that by this point she's already a vampire.
Yeah, because the nurse took her temperature and she was 75.5.
Yeah.
Right, her temperature was low. So she gives birth to...
Apparently she was only 3 weeks along.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 weeks along, and she gives birth to some kind of crazy monster baby that eats the nurse.
She gave birth to another vampire.
Yeah, and what we find out later is this one actually looks like a traditional, like, scary monster vampire.
You know what it almost looked like? It looked like it had a really severe cleft palate.
Yeah, Nikki said she thinks... You say what you thought.
Well, I mean, we know that this particular season is making a lot of connections to the previous seasons. I'm thinking this connection is one to Asylum. In particular, the aliens. Because vampires aren't supposed to give birth.
It depends on when she got pregnant. Did she get pregnant before? Was she pregnant before or after she turned?
Still said she was 3 weeks pregnant. Look how big she was. It was accelerated.
Right, accelerated. But I mean, it also the baby, like the cleft palate, looked like a cleft palate to me. Or it could face went disfigured when she tried to abort it.
There's that too, yeah.
There is that. So we come, yeah, that was our lovely little flashback and tie in the murder house, and, you know, the baby could be a tie into Asylum, like Nikki said. We don't really know. I mean, when she said that, because, I mean, we watched it together this episode, when she said that, I thought, maybe, you know, the whole vampire virus is an alien virus in this lore universe. But, I don't know. Anyway, John wakes up to Holden sleeping in his bed. Hi, Daddy. And he follows him downstairs and finds the coffins, complete with his wife.
Surprise!
Now, I said this about 4 times during the episode. Nikki will corroborate this. What's her name? His wife's name?
Alex?
Alex, yeah, I forget the name. This woman is the biggest piece of shit on the planet.
She's selfish.
Oh,
She's really selfish.
oh God, that doesn't even cover it. I hate this woman. Like, I've disliked this character. I mean, Rachel, I think I said so last week that I really didn't like her, but oh my God. And speaking of last week, I'm upset. No mention of the, you know, horde of vampire children
I
out in
know!
the world.
I was sitting there the whole time like,
She
can't wait
was.
till the Countess finds out. I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. Because freaking Alex is going to be dead in the water at that point because the Countess isn't going to stand for that shit. But nothing.
Well, now if the Countess finds out, she has a reason not to kill Alex because she saved her baby.
There's that, yeah. But I mean, that's really, like, and it's not just the vampire virus. It seems like it's a little bit more than that. It's possibly mutated with a human virus, making it contagious. More so than... Is this what you guys talked about?
No, I'm sorry. I'm using, you know, what I'm using for notes right now because, you know, everybody knows by now we have some, you know, we use notes as guidelines. I scroll down and there's this GIF
The gift of rubbing the...
of a naked Will Drake and the Countess rubbing his ass and then giving it a nice squeeze while he goes to Tristan.
Yeah, but he just I was just, whoa.
I scrolled down, saw that, and scrolled right back on up, and she couldn't contain herself. I'm sorry, it's really distracting.
Who knows what this virus is?
No, yeah, exactly.
We might get
Last
some
week-
kind of origin, maybe.
We talked about it being, you know, super measles last week, which I didn't mention this, Rachel, but when I watched it again today, there is no way that kid fed his blood to every kid in that classroom.
Somehow he did it. Or he did something. He had to, because the little girl, as soon as she, got his blood, she had the measles.
Right.
He did have his hands in all the snacks.
He did. Now, here's my other thing. What if, like, when he, you know, exposed his blood to the air, what if this, you know, because measles is an airborne virus. It can be transmitted airborne. So far, you know, this vampire virus is blood to blood. What if by her curing his measles, what if she made the virus airborne?
I think maybe when he bit himself, he released the measles from his body.
That's what Mike is saying.
Yeah,
like-
so he made the measles airborne and whatever else he had, and then he's like, drink your teacher, make you feel stronger.
Like, I'm not a virologist, and I'm not going to pretend to be one, but, like, by exposing his blood to the air, the virus was just like, ooh, look, and just started flying all over the room.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you were a virologist, in this situation, it's a fictional fucking disease.
There's a good point there.
I don't think they were vampires right away. I think they were...
No, they were sick.
They were sick, and they ate their teacher or whatever was to cure themselves.
And it probably turned them into vampires.
Turn them into vampires.
But-
So,
Yeah.
they still have the measles and whatever else it was.
This is going to be interesting, is all I got to say.
I cannot wait until she finds out.
This is like another
yeah.
Black Plague. God damn it.
I mean, she loves making kids, and she loves all her little baby vampires. But these ones are all feral. They're like wild cats out in the the park next to us down the street.
And that little boy was an asshole.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh my God, he was such
Mike
a
and I
little
were
fuck.
talking about, we kind of come to the conclusion that possibly, his parents were well off and he was a little spoiled little brat.
Yeah, because all
That
we got of
and-
this kid up until now was sick in bed with measles.
What these kids were like 12, 11, 12,
Something like that.
and they're already trying to like bang in the teacher's room closet.
They were just smooching.
Come
No.
on.
And the teacher didn't know. Whatever.
So let's get on to the Countess here. She is really after Will Drake's money. And,
Oh, yeah.
He's, she's seducing him, trying to marry him for his money. How the hell she is successfully seducing a gay man.
Well, seducing his brain, but not his other brain.
Oh, yeah, as he put it, yeah. They operate on separate, they think differently.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, he's like, he gives a really good speech about it, but I feel bad for Tristan. Does she have actual command over him, or is he?
No, I think he thinks he owes her because she made him a new person. She saved his life, basically. She gave him a second chance, and I think that's the problem with everybody she's turned. She's given them second chances, and they feel like they should devote themselves to her in some way.
Right. So now,
Even Liz, and she never turned Liz.
Nope.
yeah,
yeah.
very true.
Yep.
And so he has to play fluffer to Will Drake.
Just fluff him up.
Just fluff him up for me. I'll finish him off.
I mean, after that, they went to Paris, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They went to Paris after that.
And that's when Fox Brown came in.
Ramona and Donovan come in, knowing that she's gone, and Ramona's there with the explicit desire to kill the kids. And Donovan, he's like, and I mentioned this at one point during the episode, he has no love for these kids, but he's not about their kids. I mean, he's been a vampire for, 20 something years?
Yeah.
And he's killed plenty of people, but he's not about to just go off a bunch of kids, even if they are vampires. Like, he still has, some moral center to him. But anyway,
yeah. I was just gonna say, I just love that she's like, well, I'm gonna kill the kids, you go up and snip her panties.
And that's exactly what he did.
And that's
Well.
exactly.
yeah. And then he gets, caught up there.
We can't ignore Iris in this situation.
No, right. Iris meets Ramona downstairs with a knife ready to off the kids, too.
Cleaver.
She had a knife and a cleaver.
Yeah.
And as she put it, she's like, I don't hate these kids. Heck, I even love them a little. But,
She feels sorry for him.
yeah, she does. It's mercy killing in her mind. And we also find out a little bit tidbit about the ghosts.
The
This-
Doublemint twins.
Let's finish with Ramona real quick. She goes to room 33 to kill Bartholomew, who is the Countess's kid.
I'm sorry, that name just cracks me up every time I hear it. I don't know why.
And we know that this is the this is the creature that we heard about in episode 1 that lives in room 33. She goes in there to feed it and to kill it and fails miserably. And Bartholomew gets out.
He gets out in so many ways. Oh my god.
And I love how Liz says it to Alex, you better find him or there's going to be hell to pay.
She put it right back on her. Well, she is the nanny.
Yeah, she is.
She's the nanny now. She's the governess. Is that the word that the Countess used?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, now, moving along here. We find out some more about the ghosts in this place. That this is especially with the twins, the Swedish, not the twins, but the Swedish girls.
Yeah.
It is definitely confirmed now that if you die in that hotel, you're there forever.
Yeah, it's
until you find your peace, which they don't. They find a purpose, but not their peace.
Right. As they put it, you have to find a purpose. Donovan put it to the girls. You have to find a purpose, otherwise you're just going to keep replaying the same events on loop, like you're stuck in limbo.
Yep.
And once you find a purpose, you can break from that loop. And according to what Sally, what we had Sally say, if, please don't tell me you have any unfinished business.
Mm-hmm.
So it's likely if they die at peace, they're not going to be stuck there.
Yeah.
Which we haven't seen anybody die at peace in this hotel at all.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
And Alex enlists these two to fuck with John's head.
They loved it.
They loved every bit of it. But, he seemed to be heading slowly towards a mental break, and she's just, like, ready to push him over.
Yeah, I think she's just trying to get him out of, she was trying, at first I was like, you bitch! Why are you having, well, then to think about it, she had them do that to get him to get out of the hotel so he could take care of their daughter.
Yeah.
I don't think she gives a shit about Scarlett. She just doesn't want him there to get in between her and Holden.
Yeah.
She basically said...
I think she does a little bit, but she doesn't, not as much as Holden, no.
She actually said in the previous episode she doesn't love her husband or her daughter as much as she loved Holden.
No, yeah, there's no doubt about that.
And that's why I said this woman is like the biggest piece of shit on the planet. She's willing to, dump her daughter off on, the girl's grandparents, and to make her husband think he's truly insane, than say, our son is alive, and I've been reunited with him.
Kinda alive.
Okay, kinda alive. But,
Sorta, kinda, a little.
I mean, the whole, John...
A little cold.
The fact that Bartholomew sneaks into John's bag and gets taken home with him is lovely. And then John sees him in the kitchen, is like, the fuck is that? And then starts unloading shots on him while Scarlett's watching cartoons.
He always does the same thing.
Oh, yeah. If I had a gun in my hand and I saw something that looked like that in my kitchen, I'd shoot it too.
Okay, and I thought it was, granted, I understand when he starts shooting, she gets scared. But what she says is just seemed so out of place.
Get away from me, don't come near me, leave me alone.
Yeah, he wasn't even near her, really. The gun wasn't even aimed at her. I mean, it sounds a lot. It's like,
I have a feeling there was some sort of brainwashing going on one end. I don't know if it's on Alex's or just because the grandparents dislike him that much, or I don't even know. But I mean...
It just seemed like an odd thing for her to say. I mean, screaming, yes. Maybe screaming and going, what are you doing? Kind of thing, but yelling that and then running to your bedroom, it just seemed kind of weird.
I mean, well, her mom just kind of abandoned her for 2 days without a freaking call. And then John had no idea. So she's resenting both her parents right now.
I don't know. It just seems really odd, especially for a girl her age. I just don't see them saying that after hearing gunshots.
Yeah.
I mean, he did kind of have a bloody shirt in his hands when he was talking to her at first, and she's like,
he could have.
He could have just said, "Oh, I had a bloody nose. I forgot." I said,
or I cut myself shaving. That's why haven't shaved because I'm letting it grow back.
Right.
There's ways he could have said that,
but he's being pushed towards this break. In his mind, his hands being bloody was all part of a vision, a dream, an illusion. So actually seeing bloody clothes kind of freaked him out more than he should have been.
Yeah.
So yeah, after all that, Alex finds Bartholomew in the bushes, injured, takes him home, and patches him up. To which the Countess is eternally grateful, it would seem. Well,
she's a doctor and a Countess, and she likes kids, so hey.
Yeah, it's like, you just saved my son. And the look on her face is like, I love you.
I know, right?
And Nikki had the best, we'll see a sex scene between those two soon.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Me neither.
No, but I mean, everybody's having sex on this show, so I'm coming to expect it. I'm not even going to be surprised.
Nope.
Yep. So, Countess is back from Paris, and she realizes that Liz kind of has something, it's like, you're nervous. And she, Liz sits down and spills the beans that he's in love. And she's like, well, why do you got to be nervous? Like, what's the problem with that?
Uh-huh.
That's amazing. Initially, she's like, you want the operation. I will pay for it as soon as I get Will Drake's money.
Yeah.
I thought that was sweet of her anyway.
That was, exactly. But
Liz holds a special part up in her heart, no matter what she says.
Mm-hmm.
Or does.
And then says, "It's Tristan." Like, how long? Just a couple weeks. Like, I don't share.
You can have them when I'm done.
Yeah.
I say that about my food, but
Like
I still get to stab people in the hands.
Yeah, you can have them when I'm done. And, Liz makes a good point. Like, I actually age. I'm on a ticking clock here. But, it's like, let's talk to Tristan about this. So they all sit down in the room, and,
I knew one of them was going to die.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Tristan's the one that hasn't been around long, and he's already proving to be problems with her and Will, so
He's
why
just
not
a
her?
boy toy. She loves Liz. Liz has a piece of her heart, no matter what she says otherwise.
And as she put it, the woman has more balls than you do. Because Liz told her. And, I mean, do you think it would have been different if Tristan was honest with her?
No.
And not, a total cowardly dick about it?
No.
Tristan was disposable.
Yeah.
I mean, all her turns are pretty much disposable, because she even said to Alex, you fuck up, you're done.
Yeah. She did say that. So after Tristan gives a little speech about him, knowing the Countess's play, like, she builds them up, makes them desire her, and then, like, breaks with them and, like, feeds off their heartbreak. Like, that's what she gets off on, truly.
It's pretty true.
Yeah, it is kind of pretty true. And that's
it's completely accurate is what it is.
Yeah, and that little speech is probably what did him in, honestly.
She had a heartbreak somewhere. I didn't expect it either, but I think she had a bad relationship or bad heartbreak, and it might have been the father of
Bartholomew. Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
And she vowed never to love again.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, her true love is Bartholomew.
And, Liz makes a plea, I need to live my life. Give me my shot at life. And the Countess says, yeah, you can have him. And we were all happy until... Well, actually, I was happy for Liz until... And then I was upset for Liz, and Nikki was sitting there clapping like one of those, like, cymbal monkeys, like...
Because I don't like Tristan.
She's like, yay! Not for Liz. I'm so sad for Liz, but yay! Was her exact reaction.
I just had a feeling she wasn't going to kill Liz. So, it had to have been Tristan. I don't think she will. I don't think she will kill Liz, because Liz is a living, breathing, basically her.
Yeah, pretty much. And, like, the closing scene of this episode is a picture of Bartholomew's face. Well, not a picture, just, like, an image. It's a quick shot of his face, and then cut the black.
Yeah, I mean, his face looks like a cleft palate mixed with possibly a botched abortion, which it seemed like that's what she was going to the doctor to have in the first place.
I don't know. I maybe I just thought I saw, like, Alien from, like, Alien. I saw one of the little things coming out of the chest of the peoples. That's what I saw. But hey,
I paused it and it did. The mouth was like, it went up like this, up to the eyes, which is usually, that's where the cleft palate.
Yeah.
It's either in the middle or right here in the sides. I have seen some that go I have seen pictures of kids that have it go all the way up to their eye socket.
It went all the way up. No nose, crazy teeth, black eyes.
Well, it's a vampire kid.
Yeah, that too.
And it's never going to grow older. Kid's always going to be that age.
I have to, I'm going to read this off. I read it before, but, Dom's throwing it in chat because he's not here with us tonight. But, before we move on to anything, they renewed the series for a 6th season. To quote Ryan Murphy, one of the showrunners, he said, the upcoming season, the next thing we're crafting up is very, very different than Hotel. Not smaller, but just not opulent. More rogue and more dark. And he later tweeted that he asked Hotel co-star Lady Gaga to join the Untitled cycle.
I mean, before they even announced season 6, Ryan Murphy and a lot of other writers and other people working on the show already wanted Lady Gaga to come back.
And you know what? Whether you love the character or hate her, you gotta admit Lady Gaga is doing a fantastic job.
She is blowing it out of the water. She's doing such a great job. But, I mean, people see her as Lady Gaga, but she was another person before. She had another name before she legally changed it. And she was on Broadway.
There is that.
She knows how to act, and she knows how to
maybe
sing.
the next one will be, the connection will be her backstory.
Yeah.
Or the backstory to lead
Possibly.
her up to her being a vampire. That could be fairly dark, because we don't know. It's a virus. So, you
Yeah.
know.
Rogue and dark. I mean, like, this seems way darker than a lot of the stuff that I've seen from American Horror Story. Maybe because it's so grim and bloody.
It's possible.
It hits
mean-
more home. It's like almost possible. And because
Yeah, the stuff with the John and stuff, like feeling crazy and yeah.
and the hotel and March was actually based on a real serial killer that had a hotel that was like that.
Mm-hmm. And even
So-
seeing all the other serial killers walking in, and the one that was most comical was Zodiac. I mean,
The hood over his head.
yeah, because
But
nobody knows what he looks like.
It's this one. It gets to you because it's more like it could happen.
Yeah.
I mean, we even
It's
had
possible.
that murder with I can't remember the maid's name. With her kid.
Yeah, that was a real murder.
That was a real thing.
Yeah. So, that's about that for this episode. Another great episode. Looking forward to next week, which is called Flicker, is the name of the episode. And, quick little bit of, info on it. Will Drake's renovations uncover one of the hotel's greatest secrets. John undergoes psychiatric evaluation, and the Countess learns the fate of her first love. And there's like a scene, if you watch the promo, where she's talking with, what's his name? March. And, like, she just, like, caught him murder somebody. And she's like, the next time you do that, can I watch? And, like, his face, oh my god. I wish I could have an image of his face to show the podcast right now.
I remember when they first showed us this. They didn't show
The face,
the
just
face.
the
And
hair.
Dom's like, that is my future ex-wife. That is
That's not Lady Gaga. That's Emma
That's
Roberts.
Emma Roberts.
Emma Roberts. And I'm like, no, can't
There's
be.
the face.
No. Can't
There's
look
the
at-
face for Rachel.
Yep, I see that.
So, and he's like, yeah, she's gonna be in the season. That's who she is. I'm like, I'm sitting there. I'm like, nah, it's Gaga. It's the Countess. It
Yeah.
makes sense, storyline and
It makes sense
timeline.
because and also she's still in the hotel. It was his hotel, so his wife's still being in the hotel.
And
Kind of makes sense.
she owned, she did own the hotel. So,
Till Bernie,
mm-hmm.
Mr. Madoff.
Mr. Madoff.
I still find that hilarious because they bring in real life elements of everything and it just makes it that much realer.
Even Freak Show had its real elements.
It did, yeah.
This one seems like
Oh, way more so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one seems way more grounded. But they're really expanding on the supernatural element. Like now we got vampires, we got confirmed ghosts, like a lot of ghosts. We have whatever the fuck Sally is.
They confirmed ghosts in Murder House
Yeah, you know what they did. I'm sorry.
and demons. So
I mean,
Um,
and whatever the fuck Sally is.
Sally's a ghost.
Sally's
do
just
we
a ghost.
Do we think she's just a ghost?
She's
Especially after that trick she did with her teeth.
Yep, she's a ghost.
Okay.
She's. I mean,
She's
the
been there a long
Swedish
time.
girls bled all over John,
You
and
know
then
what,
they
you're
walk
right.
out and they're all pristine.
You're right, they did. You're right.
It's all play.
Sally's probably just a ghost. Stuck. Well, she must have found a purpose, because she doesn't seem to be stuck in a loop. And what purpose would that be? Torturing people?
Her purpose is to find love,
Oh, yeah, you know what? There you go. That's a good one.
find someone to care for her.
I mean, she's also doing things for March on the side, and she does things for the Countess as well. So she's got a purpose there. She's got jobs
Yeah.
that she does.
She's got jobs.
She's got jobs.
She seems.
But
I
yeah.
mean, if she's a ghost, she's the only one that can leave the hotel. I have a feeling since she died outside because she was pushed out the window, she is connected, but
I
she's
don't
not.
think she can go outside. I mean, even at the Halloween, she was still on the hotel property. She was outside, but she was still on the hotel property.
Could have sworn she was like under
she
like
was-
a bridge or something.
No, she was on the hotel property. She's right where the gates are, and then there's a
Okay.
sidewalk. And she was still on this side of the gate. She wasn't on the sidewalk. She was
All
still
right.
on the hotel property.
Okay, then yeah, she's probably just a ghost then.
Okay then. Is there anything else? Because I think that wraps it up.
I mean,
Go on.
not really. I mean, we covered everything.
Yeah, and rest in peace, Tristan.
I mean, other than we didn't really talk about Iris that much because there was that whole scene with her and Liz, and then the scene with, or was that last episode?
last
That was last
episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Iris.
But I mean-
last episode was Iris's episode,
She stepped up though.
and
She's more her sassy self this episode than she was last episode.
she seems a lot. Yeah,
She's more Kathy Bates this episode.
than she was last episode. You're
Yeah.
right.
She's more back to her old self.
And
basically.
I didn't
So-
really realize how good of a scene that was last episode until I watched it again today when she's stabbing the crap out of those hipster fuckheads. Just like, I matter!
Yep, exactly. I'm mad. I'm angry.
I mean, I just watched last week's today. As Mike said, we watched it. And he watched it with me, and the scene that really resonated with me was the one with her and Liz
Yeah.
in the kitchen making the pate.
The pate.
Bitches
Pate.
want pate, then pate they shall eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really a monumental scene for Iris and for Liz. It really revealed a lot about both of them. So
Mm-hmm. And we got the full, a good part of Liz's flashback,
Yep.
which is just fantastic. Anyway, that's our show.
Mhm.
Doobie-doobie. Rachel, where can they find you?
They can find me at Savannah17 on Twitter and at Savannah on Twitch.
Okay.
they can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Sweet. You can find me on Twitter at Philitrin, right there. You can find us all on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, Google+, Gmail, and YouTube at ASOTV Podcast. I did them out of order, and it fucked me up big time. Out of my usual order that I do them in. ASOTV Podcast, you can follow us at those places for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Yeah, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.